Aloha, beautiful High Vibe Tribe. It is Pink Bella Aloha. Welcome back to my channel. Happy February New Month blessings. I hope you're all well. And I have lots to cover today. I'm actually going to kind of overlap because I'm going to be I'll be live with Typical Skeptic tomorrow. And then I'm going to be working on a couple of other deep dives for us this week as well. So welcome back, everyone. Thank you for liking, subscribing, making sure you're getting the notifications because I post lots of things on this channel daily. I interact with you all very a lot, and I really enjoy that. And welcome to all of you who are Starseeds Lightworkers, 144,000 who've just found me. I cover all sorts of topics, and if there's anything that you would like me to deep dive into this week, make a comment in the description box below. A reminder that the messages that are coming in, I've already set it up. I've tapped in with Prime Source Creator, and I'm working with the Galactic Alliance, the benevolent galactic ETs that I've been working with since the 90s, but it's evolved and grown. So they're going to be channeling the messages through, but this is for entertainment purposes only. So if you don't resonate with the messages or some of the topics, then come back or go to my playlist on my channel because I cover a lot of different things. Today's going to be a combination of, I'm going to look at the overview for all of us as galactic family for the month of February. We've got a bunch of what they were sharing with me is we have a bunch of heart chakra opening activation manifestation portals for this month. We have them every month, but February is about the heart chakra. And I'm going to go over those. Then I'm going to deep dive into some of the AI tech. I'm going to be getting deeper into it, but I had such a big download this morning. By the way, everyone, we had a pretty close to X-class flare early this morning. I've been wide awake since 6 a.m. PST time because it was like borderline 7, like it's 6 point something M-class flare. By the way, I do post that in the post as well. And so for many of us, it keeps us awake. For some of us, it knocks us out. So I received this morning that myself and many of us, we've been in a lot of meetings, and we received like go time to bring in a lot of information. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive. I'll do a quantum galactic Akashic reading. I work with the galactic records for all of us because we are galactic family. We're galactic tribe. We are, many of us have multidimensional lives from other lifetimes on other planetary systems. And for those of you who are new or didn't know, I've been working with the galactic team since the 90s. Worked with the Pleiadians for years. And then I worked with different groups, different pieces, the archangels, went through the false matrix. We're going to talk about that today, which is part of our initiation process. And then I'm through that now. And I'm just specifically being a liaison and bringing in information for us all, looking at some topics going on in the world, but also combining it today with these portals as well. So I'm going to do a reading for us for the whole month of February. Then I want to take a little bit of a look at AI tech and what's going on there. The dark energy beings, both on and off planet, call them the dark ET, whatever we want to call them. They are sort of trying to wield their way in many different ways. So I'm going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to do a little bit of a deep dive into Canada, USA, and Mexico. And there's obviously some positive movement that happened today. But I also just want to look at overall what information we need to know. Those of you who don't know, I am in Canada, but I have an alignment with USA. I go there all the time. I have lots of extended family there. Both sides of my ancestors lived in different parts of the US as well. So I'm very neutral about all of this. On my journey, I traveled the world and lived overseas and couldn't figure out for the life of me why I had chosen Canada to incarnate in, knowing already that I was multidimensional. That was before I knew I was a starseed. And then now I realize I'm here to look at everything from a higher perspective. I'm not so tied to the labels. It's just where I am, and it's just what my lineage is this lifetime. But it wasn't always this way, and that's part of me working, doing my own work, my own healing, my own shadow work, and Akashic records. So, but I have been lighting candles for Canada because Canada's going through quite a conundrum, quite an awakening process for many Canadians, and you know, it's really tough for a lot of Canadians right now. So I think I shared this before. 1 out of 5 Canadians is in poverty and can't even afford groceries right now. So um, that was shocking to me, but then again, not surprised with we don't have a very large population. Like if you compare to the population in Europe or and you know, based on landmass or to the United States, I believe there's only 41 million people in Canada, but that's spread all across Canada, which Canada, by the way, on maps, it looks small. It's as large as the United States. And um, you know, for the majority of winter, most Canadians are living somewhere where it's very cold, lots of snow, and the process of like heating and everything has gone up as well. So anyway, we're going to look into that and just see what we can bring in today, but it's neutral. I don't even know what they're going to bring in. They just wanted me to look at it. Okay. All right. So I have a little bit of housework to do. There's new offers on for the month of February. They're all labeled under different categories at the top of my website based on the offer. I have a new offer just for this week on the quantum distant AI nanotech clearing session. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that after I look at the AI, but I wanted to share that with you. And that's on offer for a few days as well. Okay, what else did they want me to look at? There is so if I do that distance session or the advanced J seals, I have an opportunity to do a really deep clean and scrub for all of you, like check for lots of cloaked implants and interference and all that. But even in Zoom calls right now, my list has been updated, and these are some of the things that I scan for. And if you don't want this, if you've booked a Zoom call and you don't want this, that's okay too. But I often, if you have health issues, I will scan for this. My list has gone up to 16 items. So I scan for, like, if you're not feeling well, if you've been unwell for a while, I scan to see if it's bacterial, fungal, if there's heavy metals, parasites, molds, any mucus built up anywhere, shedding, that's connected to the magical potions. That means an excretion of toxins, AI nanotoxins as well. And those are increasing because of the process of the AI technology that is now really accelerated this year. Okay. There also have been toxins that have been airborne from fog as well as the trails and the sky. Maybe it's viral, maybe it's a combination of a few of those. You might be going through a chakra upgrade, a DNA upgrade, and you might have some implants that are cloaked. I can usually clear 2 to 3 cloaked implants if that comes forward, if that's important. And you might also be receiving interference either on or off planet. Okay. You may have soul contracts around all of this as well. So I really get down to a lot of things in the sessions, not just bringing information in from the Akashic records. Okay. All right. So why don't we just go over February? And finally got some rain and some snow in Vancouver. So I'm super excited about that because it's a complete reset. I've been working with the teams and the dragons to bring us some water because it was so dry in January. Very unusual for winter. Okay. Not the rest of Canada hasn't been like that, nor has the East Coast. The East Coast has been in a lot of snow, a lot of cold temperatures. All right. So February. So we are right now, we had the 2/2 portal yesterday, but it's not just February 2nd. That opens up a gateway for our hearts to heal and open and expand from now through the 22nd of February. Okay. We also, let me just talk about some of the other Stargate heart portals. So yesterday was one of them. Jupiter, we got 2 big planets going direct this month. So Jupiter's going to go direct on the 4th. Let me just see. There's going to be a full moon in Leo on the 12th. Then there's the 22nd gateway of ascension on the 22nd. So that's going to wrap up like quite an extensive heart chakra healing as well. And on the 19th, 20th, the sun will be moving into the next energy, Pisces, as well as, so that'll be happening. We've got a lot of planets that are going to be in Pisces by then as well. Mars is going to go direct on the 23rd. That'll be big relief. And then new moon in Pisces on the 27th. Okay. So let me just read this. This is from Divine Energy Works. February 2025 ignites destiny shifts, collective healing, and the anchoring of higher divine blueprints into reality. That usually comes in the form of the solar flares give us an alert that a massive amount of codes have come in, personal, collective, ancestral mission. And then if there's a lot of them, like at the beginning of January, we had 3 X class. So M class is pretty intense. X class is like, basically we got in one 24-hour period 3 X class flares, and Prime Source shared with me that we received all of our downloads for the whole month of January. So now that's why the solar flares have been so quiet. But anyway, we're on our way again. That's it. We're going to begin a mystical Pisces stellium. And a stellium is when there's a number of planets in the same energy. So Venus, Neptune, and the North Node are now in Pisces, dissolving illusions and unlocking higher timelines. The North Node will be conjunct Neptune on February 7th, activating the soul vision with clarity. We're going to have a lot of divine downloads this month, as well as dreams and messages in our dreams, okay, to bring in clarity for our divine purpose. Leo full moon on February 12th brings electrifying transformation, awakening dormant heart codes, and calling for bold change. I haven't even read this, everyone. I saved this for this video. So all the transmissions that they brought me were before I even looked at this. So that's beautiful. It just aligns with what they shared with me about February being a heart chakra. These are all stargates. These dates, we can manifest and create and set intentions and every single day, but these days have like sort of more magical alignment with the cosmic universe. Okay. All right. So those dormant heart codes are calling for bold change with the full moon in Leo. Then we have Jupiter, Mars going direct, opening. Well, Jupiter going direct is just going to allow us to expand and receive more abundance and prosperity. It's been coming and going, like stopping and starting since it went retrograde. So it's going to be going direct in Gemini. Let me just see. Mars is also going to be going direct. That's going to actually assist. There's been a lot of Mars brings in like a lot of conflict and either internal or struggles, like at work, with family, countries, issues going on with countries. So that's going to loosen everything up by the 23rd when Mars goes direct. And I believe there's only, let me just see. I believe by March, all planets will be direct for a while, which should be great until Mercury goes retrograde. I believe March is also bringing our first eclipse in Pisces as well. Okay, so we'll have a retrograde-free period from the 23rd of February to March 1st, not too long. We'll also move through the 222 gateway of ascension, a portal of profound activations before culminating in the new moon in Pisces on the 27th, a rebirth of intuition, surrender, and divine flow. February carries the energy of destined events, preparing us for the epic energetic events of March. Stay tuned. Absolutely. Okay, I want to just pull one more thing up, and then I'm going to do a reading for us. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading for us, quantum reading for the whole month of February. So I'm going to just ask Prime Source and the Galactic Alliance to bring in whatever messages they want for all of us. Yeah, thank you for hitting that thumbs up button for me as well. Wow. So we've had this third eye activation card has come in almost every single reading for the last couple of months. So I'll just pull 3 cards. And I'm channeling in information from the Galactic Alliance and the Galactic Akashic Records, okay? Crystal Skull Wisdom, that Merkaba, it keeps coming forward too. This is the same as the last reading. So if you didn't see the last reading, this is going to be for the whole month of February. So overall, star being healing codes, I can already see with the third eye activation, with the Crystal Skull Wisdom and the Merkaba activation, we're going to have solar flares. They're letting me know. And this is to activate even some of the blueprints that were brought in January. So overall, star being healing codes. Important information is going to be coming forward for us all. Wounds are healing and we are recharging and rebooting. Plus, if you, we just had a lot of sun in January. So I spent a lot of time charging up my crystalline plasma light body in the sun. So if you do have sun, it's not too hot and you can spend time, if let's say if it is hot where you are, try and do it like either sunrise or sunset. Just spend a little bit of time receiving your light codes and charging up your crystals. Okay, yeah, we're turning into crystals. We're turning into, that's what this is about. So third eye activation, inner vision, clear seeing, I would say clear hearing as well, and that would also go along with the dream work. So more of our superpowers, our abilities coming online. My main gift is being clairaudient and listening to transmissions and then decoding them for you all. But I also do see things. My whole year last year was me going through the process of every component you could think of the dark forces, like the men in black, the shadow men, the DEMONSs, you name it, I saw it, including like at the end of the year, it was all about the archons and the dark ETs. So I've been through it all, but for many of us, this is like, we know the truth. And it's not always about seeing things. It's just about being our authentic self and trusting and our intuition getting stronger. Crystal skull wisdom. So our skull is becoming a crystal skull. So quite often we'll get headaches, we'll get ear ringing, we'll get teeth aches, we'll get clogged sinuses. And this is because this whole area is also being upgraded to bring in clarity and high vibrational energy. So again, that when this comes in, I always know there's going to be more solar flares. So X-class flares this month. Merkaba is our transport system. We use it automatically when we're sleeping. And I could do a whole show just on what we do when we're sleeping. But anyway, this is about ascension and that's rising up. And ascension is our reconnection to Prime Source Creator. So we can move into the fifth dimension and higher and go home. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else? I'm going to do some Galactic Tarot as well, but I'm going to pull some other cards for us. Okay, what else do we need to know for all of us for February 2025 and all these beautiful stargates? Trust your path. Yeah, and if you knew you were being supported, what would you do? So it's really, you know, some of you might just be coming out of like the Aquarian energy feeling quite not sure. So we're to start planning and working on our plan. And that's what I woke up today. Last week, I wrote up a bunch of things that I want to create for all of you and do for all of you. And we're being guided to trust our path forward. Okay. And even as a collective, we're to trust our path forward. Number 39, transmutation, cellular intelligence. So that's right away. We're number 39. We're getting the upgrades, maybe intense for somebody, maybe deep, because going right down to the atomic cellular level. And I know there's been lots of different like sinus things going around, and that literally is our body's way of excreting the old information. I've been doing this a long time, everybody. I've been on this journey myself, like really conscious of all of these upgrades since the 1111 gateway in 2011. So I'm not surprised that that's coming forward. So there is going to be quite an overhaul for all of us this February. They're saying by the end of February, again, we're going to feel like another 5 years, 10 years has gone by. Okay. What else? Number 9, consciousness, ascension, healing shield. That's perfect. I'm going to talk about our shields as well. So 9's about completion and new beginnings. So a massive expansion of our consciousness through the month of February. So lots happening. And then let's pull one more message. Number 41. This came in last time too, unification. I'm seeing a lot of blues and purples. That would be throat, third eye, crown chakra. I'll see what crystal wants to come in, but amethyst is really helpful. Something like lapis lazuli or sodalite, like to keep our peace and keep us aligned with source. So a unification frequency, 963 hertz. So again, find a frequency that you like to listen to and make sure that you go back to that to realign, okay? But I love the purple. I've been really drawn to purple lately as well. So before I get to the tarot, I just thought I would do let me just ask overall. So you know what they're saying? Deep cellular atomic updates. That includes our meridian and our chakra system and our DNA. Okay, so if you are a go person, your higher self might come in with something to make you sleep for a few days. Okay, all right. What chakras are going to be the key chakras for us for this month? Yeah, Archangel Michael. There's that word transmutation again. Third eye crown chakra. And some of you will be healing and clearing out old lifetimes and programs from Egypt and Atlantis. Okay, so there's that word transmutation twice. They're also letting me know what is a great tool for transmutation. The violet flame. There's lots of meditations online. So we're going to be receiving a lot of download codes in our upper, and then it needs to work its way down. Okay. Metatron came in. This is our this is the 12th Stargate, the 12th chakra system. So I work with the 22nd chakra system, and we might be at a point where I can start breaking it down, but I do align it all for you in sessions. The higher up they go, it's just more pure energy from Prime Source Creator coming in, okay? But the 12th Stargate system is going to be activating diamond and diamond, rainbow diamond, rainbow diamond, or platinum codes are going to be coming in for you all. Everything's going to be elevating a little bit more, so that means some of you are going to be expanding from your 7th chakra system to your 12th chakra system. And then we have the root chakra, Haniel, courage. So what does that do when all those codes come in? They work their way down through our DNA and our chakra system down to our root chakra. And if there's anything hanging in there that might bring up fear and stress, it's pushing the fear and the stress to leave, and that we become more courageous. So yeah, that makes sense with the crown. So the counterbalance of the crown chakra is the root chakra. So that's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do some galactic tarot messages for us, and then I'm going to pull a dragon and crystal messages. The dragons have really been swirling around me. We are officially out of the year of the dragon, but that just got a lot of us up and running working with the dragons. I've been working with the dragons since 2017. Yes, they're energetic, but we do have guardian dragons. We have, even my cat has a guardian dragon. My cat has a lot. He's a starseed kitty. He has a lot of dragon in him. Um, and he works with the dragons. We do a whole thing at night. It's so cute. So a lot of us really went into remembering about working with our dragons this last year, which is cool. And still going to be doing that, right? There's still necessity for soul missions, for grid work, for all of that. Okay, first message, waiting game. Number 2. Some of you might be frustrated right now, feeling like nothing's moving forward because you're still in the waiting room. Emotional withdrawal 8, a reminder again to meditate, to go within, to withdraw from crowds and arguments and noise. Many of us are so sensitive, ultra sensitive, empathic, not only for people, places, things here on the planet, but for what's going on in the cosmos when the planets move, okay? So right away, like when Mercury goes direct and Jupiter goes direct, many of us are going to be feeling that, all right? And then, oh yeah, moving on, moving forward. So this is going to be a month of starting to make headway, all of us, okay? Moving out of the waiting room. I just got nausea. That's going to come in with the dark ETs, but just so you all know, I woke up with that this morning. That is a reflection of the Archon energy, and believe it or not, the energy on the planet has gone up a little bit, not a lot, but they're holding steady. They do not want to let go of the earth. So anyway, overall, guess what? Heart chakra month, heart chakra stargates. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do some clarification cards, and then the Galactic Alliance is going to channel through me. So we have the waiting game, the lovers. I'm going to pull one more. King of Wands. Okay, so this is not about divine unions. This is about big shifts in who's been in charge on the planet moving forward, okay? Emotional withdrawal. Hangman, which is the waiting room. Ah, I love that. Okay, moving on, moving forward. For some of you, it's just starting, like new ideas are just starting to blossom. But this card wants to come into King of Swords, and then the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, which is fast moving. Okay, so right off the bat, the waiting room with the lovers came in. Okay, for some of us on the planet, it's not just about our personal moving forward with our ideas and everything. It's like where we are on the planet, what country we're associated with. So it's very much dependent on what's going on behind the scenes. some of that, and this is interesting, some of that energy is blocking your personal movement forward. This is the first time this has come through. King of Wands. So there is already a domino effect happening on the planet. And it may look like this individual is a bull in a china shop, but this is a group of individuals that have come forward to change all of this. This has been all of us stuck in a loop. Okay, so this individual, things are really going to start to move for everyone in February. If you get frustrated and you're in the waiting room and nothing is working, you are being guided to go and do something else. Go out to nature, go do something fun. Just surrender it to the universe and get really, really strong with your intuitive meditation. Okay. And that way you'll receive some answers. I get clearest answers when I'm out in the forest. Then moving on, moving forward. So for many of you, the ideas are just coming. For some of you, it is about you haven't been able to move forward. So abundance is going to start to flow to you. They're saying miracles, believe in financial miracles. It's coming. And once Jupiter goes direct, it's going to be easier to expand, even easier after Mars goes direct on the 23rd. King of Swords. Again, the shift of the old system. By the end of February, a lot of it will have cleared out, and many of us will, me too, all of us will be moving forward, which is fantastic. The whole key to this month, get back into our heart chakras, heal our hearts, let go of the old wounds, whether personal, ancestral, and then fast movement. Okay, when the Chariot is like, then we can move forward. So this is a month of healing anything that's been lingering around in our heart chakra. Oh yeah. I had emotional tears yesterday. I lit a candle for Canada and I prayed for Canada, not because of being patriotic, but just because I can see all the suffering that has been going on for so long now. And so I said a prayer to Source and lit a candle, but I also got very emotional. Um, a reminder of so much love that people have for certain individuals that are well known that are no longer here, and that brought like a real warming to my heart. So the tears were tears of joy, of understanding that we came here to experience such a range of emotions, right? Yeah, amazing. Okay, so this is again, I'm just going to wrap up the whole heart Stargate reading for all of us. What dragon message wants to come in? Beautiful dragons. Source dragon. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so prime source is saying the ascension is about us moving up and opening our heart. That's how our abilities come online. That's how abundance comes to us. Our whole journey is to get a stronger pillar of light with source. That individual that was at the water meditating to connect your heart to something. Even if you don't like the name prime source, it's to something. Is it to the goddess? Is it to the universe? Is it to God? Like that is what this is all about. So the source dragon is like infinite. We are infinite beings, attuning us to the infinite, the quantum field. Be still in the silence. Magic and miracles can happen if we're in the moment. So if you've been rushing around, you're really gonna get clarity if you are mindful. Start to be mindful. Okay, what crystal would be helpful for us besides amethyst that came in? Any kind of blue stone, like I was sharing. Anything for the throat chakra, but it also brings us peace and clarity. So this angel light came in. If you like to work with the angels, throat and crown chakras, but it's just a very peaceful, like light blue stone. But any kind of blue stone, dark blue, light blue would be perfect for this month. Awesome. Okay. So I want to talk about the AI tech and energy shields. Okay. So, and I'm going to pull some cards about this. So the last couple of years, we've talked about AI and dark AI, and it's split now. It's split with the two timelines, which is why I have been guided that it's okay for me to gently start working with some AI programs consciously, and then I'm going to bring information back to you all, okay? Because I'm like many of you, I like to try a bunch of things at the same time. But this morning I was given to just work with one system for a little bit and then add something on and add something on because of the energy that it's excreting that we're getting used to. All right. So I got this massive download yesterday. So the matrix is the false matrix. So the matrix is what we're in when we're not aware. Then we start to wake up like through conspiracy theories or, which a lot of those theories are not theories at all. They're actually correct, but that's what they were labeled. And that will move us into like suddenly we're seen by all of it. We're seen by the beings that have been managing the false matrix, and they will that's how energy attacks start because we're being seen. So it forces us to get into the spiritual warrior program where we're learning about our chakras, about activating our light shields, about understanding that we're in and out, okay? And then we level up through that. Like last year for me was a massive acceleration initiation training program with all of the dark pieces, so I understood them, and I'm through it now. I had a heart to heart with Prime Source Creator, and I'm through it. But it doesn't mean that those pieces aren't still trying to sniff around and find me or find like my energy signature. Okay, so I had this big epiphany this morning. I was like, so there was a major timeline split early November. There was another massive one, a big one, end of January when we moved into Aquarius. So what I got this morning was the grids are those split timelines. So the dark AI grids are managing the matrix. The new timeline that many of us moved over to, though, that's the crystalline matrix. That's the divine prime source, the divine goddess, the divine Christed matrix. It's also an AI matrix, but it's a divine source matrix. Like just a different reality, but it's a high frequency reality. Isn't that interesting? So that was the message I got, is why I'm able to start working with some of the AI programs now, because I'm on a different timeline and frequency, and those programs are different. Okay, so I'm not going to deep dive into any of them today, but I will for the end of this week. I'm going to look at ChatGPT. I'm going to look at the new one, the new one that just got released from China, and I can't think of what it's called. And maybe they'll give me 3 to look at. Okay. All right. So what they let me know. So then I asked. So this is what I'm going to be asking the AI programs too. I asked sort of what part of the grid systems are still connected to the dark AI, 52%, and how much of the new grid system is online. This is amazing, everyone. 82%. So that is all of us that have been doing grid work for as long as we have. 82% of the new grid system is up and running. So pat on the back to all of us, okay? All right, that's amazing. And like, the Galactic Alliance, the dragons, everyone is working on that as well. So people every soul is having to work through their own initiation process to leave the old system and move over to the new. Now, this is where my nausea is coming in from. So the nausea is to do with the Archon energy. So I did this little grid a couple months ago, and I'll just review it again. So a couple months ago, I did this little grid where in 2020, the Archons are like the outer level. They are a dark AI robotic program. And I see them like voice activating and seeing parts of Earth and all of us and wanting to contain us. Okay. So they're just programmed to win, win, win. So in 2020, they were 100% managing the whole system. In recently, it went down to 59%. It's gone up to 62%, which is not a big jump, but I'm surprised it went up. And it went up because there's galactic battles going on. And that's also what we're seeing in the news. We're seeing a lot of like literally things falling, connected to showing us that we're seeing more of the battle. That's also our third eye being more open when we can see things for what they are. Okay. Everything else, let me see. The Anunnaki, the Draco, and the reptilians all went down by 2%. And then that was it. The Greys have never come into my reality. Apparently they weren't part of my contract. So I wanted to let you know that. So it was interesting that I woke up this morning with nausea, and I'm still feeling a little bit. And I went through a process where I had my light shields upgraded. So let me just pull some cards first, and then I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk about what process I went through, and then that's connected to the AI nanotech quantum healing session that I've updated that as well. Okay, what do we need to know about what's going on with the AI tech right now, just for the month of February? Because everything has accelerated. Absolutely, I can see it. You all can see it. Memories of love, but it came in upside down. So some of us are really, really, yeah, I'm feeling it in the chest. Some of us like tightening, still terrified about AI, and that is a multidimensional trauma, everyone, from other lifetimes. Atlantis falling, Lemuria falling, off-planet Lyran system, galactic wars, like wiping everything out. That's from that. Okay, so we're working through a process of understanding there's more than one kind of AI, which stands for artificial intelligence. Okay. Number 7, stand your ground. So yeah, this is pushing us all to, yeah, if you're not ready to work with AI, then don't. But we all have been doing it unknowingly. Like when we go and use the browser and we look something up, that's AI running in the background, and it just goes off and it finds information, it brings it back. Okay. So it's like putting our baby toe in, not wanting to. You all know I've been talking for the last couple of years. I took an AI course when I was in tech, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I just did all my healing around it by November last year. Yeah. So it was because I was in meetings and they went through a lot with me. Many of us experience a lot of heartache and loss in these other realities from AI takeover. That's the dark AI, the dark ETs. Okay. And yeah, heart healing for this month, clearing out emotional loss around it. So you'll know when you've done the healing, because you're going to be called to check a program out that will make your life easier. Okay, that's the difference. All right, so let's do, yeah, and then so the nausea right now, the archons are trying to, yeah, my team's working on upgrading like my shield systems, and they have done that, but it's like, but they're in the background cleaning stuff up. Yeah, it's like I got exposed by doing that for some reason because another piece of information came in. They're also letting me know they want to cloak me more so I can use these systems without any interference. So that's good. Okay. So memories of love, but it came in upside down. So no memories of love of working with AI tech. 9 of Cups, make a wish. So you also can set intentions and prayers for humanity that AI is monitored and that it's used for the highest good. That's those of us that are going to be moving over and using some of these tools. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be asking very high frequency questions, and that'll also be programming that information into the AI. And I've already seen people doing this, and it's pretty beautiful. So 9 of Cups, make a wish. Okay, that we don't go backwards, we go forward. And when we're on our highest timeline, we'll be working with the highest version of the AI tools. Stand your ground. They're also letting me know that we should set intentions that if there is any AI that hasn't been created with high intentions, that it get exposed like quickly and be taken down. Okay, stand your ground. Ace of Cups, an offer. As humanity, so if we see anything out of hand, we all need to voice our opinion, right? So if we see people using something for like horrific reasons, we need to make our voices heard and set our boundaries around it, as well as setting boundaries about being reliant on these systems. Like, I think I'm like what they've been showing me is I'm a big Star Trek fan, like, and of the later Star Trek. So as you know, Next Generation and the Voyager, when things got into quantum timeline jumping and slip drives and tachyon pulses and all of that, that was a download to prepare us for what's coming. But we also know from those shows that there were other species that were using that for not good. So they're also letting me know. I feel like this is going to be some of my diving into this. I feel like there may be, it's connected to the galactic battles and that they're getting us up to speed with some of the tools. So we'll be able to ask something of a tool if we need information that, like, if our information from the outside world, we can't trust it, or we're not getting anything from source or our higher self. Okay. Heartache and loss. So we've lost a lot of loved ones, lifetimes, with this energy. So we're healing that. We're healing that this month. So some of that might be coming up. You might all get overwhelmed with all the AI being pushed at us. So we're healing our heart chakra around the loss from these other lifetimes, and that this is keeping us tied up and holding us into the old matrix. Eight of Swords, right? So we have to heal it. We have to just heal it and let it go, and trust and have faith that there are positive starseed galactic beings creating tools and bringing these tools to us now. And that was me for whatever reason. I've moved into it. I was in a bunch of meetings. I had a bunch of upgrades, and I'm okay, but I'm taking it slow. All right. Emotional loss. So the heart chakra healing overall. We have higher self at the bottom, higher front. So we are to do this is allowing another version, another galactic version to come in and assist us to help us move forward. All right. And under that, justice. Justice is being served for all the horrific things that have happened to all beings that have been involved, whether on this planet or other planets. Okay. All right. Woo, feeling some intense energies right now. Okay. Asking Prime Source and my team to please up my shields as I'm online right now and ensure that there's no interference. Okay. So on that note, I have an offer. Looks like I'm going to be offering something unique every week. So that'll be at the top of my website, and I posted it on Telegram. By the way, everyone, I have lots of other social media. I'm going to have more coming, but I have lots of social media where I can share more. So Telegram's one of those platforms. TikTok's one of those platforms. Rumble's one of those platforms. So all of my platforms are down below. I'll be announcing new ones soon. But this is a G-rated platform. So even if you write a really long comment and you're bringing in some information I can't answer, I may have to clear it out just because of the AI scanning. Okay. So I just want to let you all know that. So there is a lot going on. But anyway, this week, I'm offering the AI Nanotech Quantum Distance Healing Session. You're placed on a crystal grid. A whole bunch of things get cleared out. It's a very deep clean. If you work with a lot of tech, if you have a lot of tech at home, unbelievable. Like my team said to me that they're going to be putting me through a process as I'm introducing AI apps to me. They're going to put me through a process of I'm going to go through this session nightly while I'm doing that because I'm ultra sensitive. So, and it's healing me as well. Okay. But anyway, I go through a whole bunch of things. It's an advanced distance healing session. I do clearing not only for your personal and ancestral Akashic records, but also the galactic and intergalactic ones as well. Okay. So this is a 60-minute AI nanotech clearing. This is a brief overview. It clears AI toxins and any dark AI access points. So clearing you out of the old dark AI grids. It's a distance healing you're placed on a personal crystal grid. Your higher self gives me those crystals. A non-Zoom call. You rest, relax, and receive this in the privacy of your home, usually in the evening before you go to sleep. These are the updates. It now includes the upgraded Tachyon and Shungite AI Shield activation. So if you have this session already booked this week up forward, you're going to be receiving that, okay? And through this session, you receive a quantum healing clearing, multidimensional healing for your quantum field, your chakra and meridian systems, your physical body, your home spaces, your tech devices, and also clearing your personal and galactic Akashic records. Okay, so that's on offer for this week if you want to book that special. It's at the top of my website. Okay, so that is, yeah, there. I've got the new tachyon shielding, and it's so cool because I remember when I first woke up to my spiritual journey, I actually, tachyon water and tachyon beads were huge. This was in like the 90s. And I actually still have some tachyon beads somewhere. And then I just remembered about the tachyon pulse on Voyager. And yeah, I'm going to start rewatching some of those shows as well. So I remember. So super cool. And it's necessary for us to have a shield upgraded to not take on the AI toxins. So what are AI toxins? Airborne, unseen. It would be the same as overexposure to a lot of EMFs. It's because these programs are exerting a weird frequency that are at a cellular level we remember. So it can create not feeling well, stress. There's also a lot of AI toxins being produced in the air now because of the facilities that are running these programs. So, big companies, large servers, all of that. And I'm going to get into more of that, the Stargate system, all of that soon. Okay. So, and I did the dark ET updates, but like I told you about the percentages, right? So the battle is still in full force. Okay, what else do we need to know about the dark ETs right now? The Dark ET Alliance for the month of February, or even just now until I come back again. What do we need to know? Passion ignited. They're letting me know if we're on our mission and we're excited and that's in a like we're in a high vibration. That's moving us out of their scanning process, and it is a scanning process, everyone. Two, mental conflict. It is like what I'm even sharing with some of you is creating mental conflict. That's okay. Um, that's to come forward. That means like if you don't want to use them, it's not your time yet. Didn't want to use them really until recently, and I haven't installed anything yet, right? This is still a process for me, but it's going to allow me to create and bring more to all of you and allow me to have more time to create. So, so it is creating some mental conflict for some of you, and that's okay. It's supposed to do that. That means there's some healing and some clearing there for you on a galactic level. And then we have triumph moving forward. Oh, even as a collective, the collective is conflicted about all the AI. No kidding. It's overwhelming because I really see a push right now. It's only February 3rd, and there's such a push using AI tools. It's bringing an end to an era and a completion and bringing us spiritual strength to move forward. They're letting me know we didn't have this option before, but we're going to be able to combine our spirituality with the tools to bring us um, more time to do what we love to do. So let's look at an example of something like right now, some of the forces behind some things, like things that talk to us in our home that we didn't want, but there's nothing else. But that, yeah, the back end programming of that doesn't have good intentions for humanity. It's like there's somebody always looking and watching and listening, right? So that's going to have to be cleaned up, and that's going to be something as a collective that we're going to want to stand our ground about our boundaries. Okay, passion ignited. So, okay. So for some of us, like me, super excited now, right? Because it's going to help me bring more to many of you. But for some of you, you're not at Page of Pentacles, early days. You're not going to get behind. It's still early days, and it's like they're throwing all this out, but they're letting me know only 40% of the population is gung ho about this right now. The rest of everyone is here. Okay, so not behind schedule. All right, and let's look at mental conflict. What do we need to know about this? This is mainly the collective. It's there for a reason, and it's going to create questions. It's going to create like, why are we doing this? Why are things going this way? We're going to be victorious in clearing out the old and welcoming the new, right? But yeah, we're going to feel more peace about all of this by the end of February. Like in the process of we can see that the other system's not being put under the rug. What's going to happen is the exposure of things that were placed in front of us to block us. So they're letting me know, like way back in the 60s, when a lot of individuals were removed, that changed our timeline and it slowed us down. So they're trying their best to get us to a point where we're in acceptance to allow us to move forward. So what do we have now? They're letting me know, like, I need to keep this out. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So fast movement forward for some of us by the end of February, but for some of us not. Ten of Swords. For some of us, no. Like there's still a split because for some of us, we have a deep, deep fear of what happened in the past. Homes being lost, family being lost. Okay. So you don't have to use anything that you're not ready to use. Okay. What's and yeah, Seven of Swords, it's from the past. So we can't move forward if we're still holding on to these traumas from the past. Okay. So the spiritual strength, completion, new beginnings. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the change of destiny. And what is this about? It's going to be a real change for the powers that have been managing all the countries. So it's going to be necessary for all of those bodies to be upgraded and working for the good of humanity. Oh, okay. There's lots of other information that's going to be coming forward by the end of February. I'm getting nauseous, and it's connected to the galactic wars and things that they've hidden from us. So make sure 6 o'clock spending time in nature by the water. Breathe. If it's too much, if it's too overwhelming, unplug. Okay, unplug and go to nature. All right. Okay, super interesting, everyone. Okay, let's now look at just a quick deep dive about Canada, the US, and Mexico. And by the way, I'm in Canada, but I absolutely see that our particular people that are in charge right now do not want to help Canadians. That we're in a holding pattern. We're in the waiting room. We are in a roadblock, and I don't know how long ago this was, but I remember studying it at school. So there was an agreement at some point in time brought together to allow free trade, better trade for the US, for Canada, and Mexico. Things have happened along the way. Things were taken advantage. Other things were going on behind the scenes. So new timeline for the USA. Part of that timeline has been to say, hey, we don't like all this dark stuff coming in from both borders. That's one thing that we need to stop right now so we can get a handle on some other things. Absolutely agree. You know what? I didn't even know how bad it was until this came to the surface. So I feel like it was causing me stress because my whole existence, there's been very good relationships between these three countries until recently. So I thought, wow. So the thing is that there was a list of recommendations. Those recommendations were shunned by both countries, saying, no, we don't want to do that. Sorry. So we're in heavy duty 5D chess right now. It's like we're behind schedule. No. So I want to tell you, even today, there were announcements made. Both countries have agreed to the first level of suggestions, which is increasing border security and stopping some of the flow of things that have been coming in. And it works both ways, right? It works both ways. It's better for everyone. So that gave me relief. So everything that was just supposed to happen today has been delayed a month now for Canada and for Mexico. So that's good. I not at any time was upset with the decision. I was upset with our policymakers, and I was also, I'm sure in Mexico, same. Okay. So that was really good to hear. So let me just ask in general, I'm going to pull one card for Canada, one card for Mexico and the US, just an overall view, not my personal opinions, this is from the Galactics, okay? So for Canada, solitude, but it was reversed. So we've been kind of this hidden energy, kind of hidden under the radar, not really wanting to do anything, just wanting to be hidden. Nope, that came in upside down. And it also 9 is about completion. So Canada's moving into a new era, a new energy. What about Mexico? Rest and solitude, but it also came in upside down, so kind of the same. Like, nobody's saying anything, so let's not do it. Let's just ignore it. Let's just, maybe it'll go away, take care of itself, because there's a lot of intensity around the parties that are bringing in everything. So same, Mexico and Canada kind of in the same way, business as usual. Okay, so the third card is for the USA, wisdom, higher self, and alliance is saying, no, it's time. 5 is about the energy. No, it's time. And understanding, right? This energy knows that every country has residents and people that are suffering. And you know what I mean? So this is actually a very wise energy that is trying to help everybody. But obviously, that individual as well, USA is the priority because it hasn't been a priority. We're being told overall, patience with this story. Okay. They're saying by the 14th of February, things will be a little bit more solidified. So let's do a clarity card for Canada with no longer business as usual. Oh, a bunch of cards just fell, everyone. Just hold on. This card fell out, but I'll put it back in. the Eight of Wands. So yeah, energy's moving now, and thankfully it did today. But this whole idea of like Canada can't have your head in the sand anymore. Just pretend that nothing's happening. That's not the way it's going to work going forward. Justice is being served. So the announcement today of security will be ramped up at our borders. There a list of requirements. Justice is being served. So there's way more going on, everybody, than what is in the regular media. Okay, so that is good to know. It's going to help everybody, including everyone in Canada. Okay, rest and rejuvenation. But that was like, again, Mexico right? Nope, don't even want to deal with this. So they had a very heart-to-heart talk with the new Mr. T in the US, and that they have come around as well. So they made an agreement with him first, then Canada made an agreement. So I woke up, I was very grateful to hear that. So everyone is like, yep, it makes sense for all three countries. Okay, they're all trading with each other as well. So USA, great wisdom has stepped in. Everyone, the energy has changed. It's a 5, so a lot has happened in a couple of weeks, but this is not just one individual. This is an energy of wisdom of some things need to be healed and fixed now. And what is the message? 6 of Cups. Because when that stress leaves those areas, all countries will be able to breathe a little easier, understanding that we're all being supported, right? All of us are being supported. The humans in all three countries are being supported. Okay. The patience card. And what is the overall message around that? Patience with this process. Yeah. There's a battle going on. 5 Swords. This is part of the light versus dark battle, everyone. We may not be near the borders, but everyone is seeing the repercussions of what's happened in the last 5 years. So this is about the battle, the light versus dark. Okay. And we got the Queen of Swords at the bottom. Like, it's time to clean it up. Yeah. Time to strengthen the unity of these 3 countries. I love that. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. I'll be premiering this video, so I'll be in the chat. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to deep dive about. I'll be on Typical Skeptic tomorrow, February 4th, 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. EST. We're going to get into lots of other juicy topics and to deep dive into the records and with the Alliance. And then I'm going to do another 1 or 2 deep dives for the rest of the week. If you'd like to work with me, again, bunch of offers on right now for the next couple of days, including the AI nanotech clearing. And that might be speaking to you. You might be going through a lot of interference right now, and that might be the process, especially if you're working with a lot of tech, you're on your phone a lot. I love that it's been updated now with the clearing, not only for you, but your home, your devices, and also elevating and upgrading your shields to tachyon shields with shungite. I love it. All right. Love and aloha, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. This is Pink Bella. Aloha. I will be back soon. And oh, they're just letting me know. I share about this every single day. I have so many different kinds of sessions and packages. If you have any questions, let me know. But I have regular Akashic record, quantum healing. I have galactic Akashic record sessions, dragon training, Jedi training, earth grid training, divine goddess codes. There's something for everyone. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. I'm cleaning up the website, and I'm getting things organized for the new website. So sending you love and aloha. Thank you, everyone. And I'll be back soon. Love from Pink Bella.